Hello and welcome back to Banished with the MegaMods. And so we still have a couple people starving. Someone without a job. Okay, a botanist. We don't have a botanist. I don't know. We'll have to look and see who this might be. Gatherer, not an herbaler. We don't have 0 herbalists, so I don't know. Whatever, we'll figure that one out later. So we have 100 homes, 71 families, 218 citizens. Clothes and education is Yucko with 0 tools. Let's look, we got only a couple builders. That's not good. Oh, just need to stop working certain buildings, and this pasture hasn't gone down to 20 to 12 yet, so got a few things I have paused building wise for last time, and we'll get that stuff situated at a later date, but I don't want to forget about that. The windmill pump, the water scavenger, we have a greenhouse thing and a bee shelter still to do, and I generally like to not have too many people on all that stuff. So I got tool stuff and food stuff still to work out here. So over here, there's probably a bunch of buildings we can probably turn off and get some more people. I'll keep that up in a separate area. Houses over here. These I wanted to check on. I haven't done anything yet. This is an animal shed. It's producing a little bit. And then we got the pens, and that's doing an okay amount. I have a cheese shed that's doing its thing, as long as we have goat milk, I guess, or something. And we have a full place, and we got all these things that need to still be picked up, and I'm not sure if any prioritization will help that or not, but it does, great. And so I just need to kind of look around and assess all of our buildings in the area. You do not have anything to chop up, so we probably just don't have like hunters actually catching anything as of late. We do have 4 hunters. They're probably just, they're catching like ducks or wild boar or something like that. You also haven't done anything else, so we'll get a person back there. And we got our little gatherer, little flax gatherer. Okay, there's a hunter. Yeah, so venison last year, not this year. We said to have limited stuff there. I don't really need to up that. We need to kind of keep that under control there, even though we do need some firewood. I'll check things out otherwise. You only make lumber. Well, I'm pretty sure we don't want any lumber. So we'll add that to the list of places that can get jobs later. So we got reeds, fire bundles there. And this should be doing the same thing, except you don't have any reeds. So I'm betting we used a bunch of them for food. Yep. So a couple, those are full. We got people employed there, so that's a good thing, but we're gonna need to, I guess, change it to logs. So get a few people doing some firewood for a little bit of time. So we'll have to remember to change that again later when we start getting our reeds piled up. Another starvation over there. Okay, so we have just a fishing thing. These are not fishing, so that's okay. And so another fishing thing, I don't know if I'll keep it as temporary or not, but we'll see about putting something out here. This takes stone. We don't have any stone either. And I want this to get built pretty quickly, so this might be temporary. I don't know. We'll decide about it. But I want to have something else out here to get a little bit more food. We have a little bit in the canals, and that helps, but we don't have much fishing docks or whatnot elsewhere too. So we'll just get this a little bit further out in the water, and that way they can get a little bit more covered and get that built. So we can take a couple more miners off. We can get a little bit more builders going. So we got a couple wooden things to get built there and the fishing thing. And in the meantime, the 2 laborers can start and collect some food. And if we get any more laborers, they'll take care of that. So we have the 3 water scavengers that we put down the last time. So we got 1 there. And basically looks like they just need to get built, I think. So let's get those prioritized, because you know we can immediately start sticking a person in there or whatnot. And we'll get it going a little bit faster. But in the meantime, we can still have them collect the little bits that are in town to make it a little bit easier for them to actually get something. As long as they don't have to walk too far away. I guess we can stick that over there for the meantime. And I'm getting a couple more in here. No laborers to replace things. So our graphs, of course, are not going to look very good. Production, let's see, we're still under in that, we're still under in that, and it's no, that one's really bad, but looks like 4,000-ish. If we can get that, we can kind of get everything kind of stabilized. So I need to go through the list and try to figure out some things. Which ones? I can pause that one for later. I really want the fishing to get done. Oh, the bee shelter, since it's going to take stone, can be put on hold. The other one's got all that stuff. So I think all the wood scavengers have all the logs in it. So basically, we just kind of need to get that built. Alright, trading dock. Okay, we have some food they're gonna sell. But don't think we can actually get anything. We must have just bought like very recently, and some of the stuff we already used up. So I think we have to make them sit and wait. And then maybe one of our vendors can bring something in. And we got all those paused for later. Just fine. Don't need any more houses. And of course, some of them are not going to be full families. Some of them are going to be separated. So we got a few people. Well, that's got 1 person in it. We can... Let's see. We need to still figure out some people. All the beekeepers, I think, are making honey. We can get rid of a brewer. We have a... That's the botanist. Okay, that one was gone. We don't have a carver. Let's also look at others' places. These are textile limits. That guy dropped off lentils. Okay, so if they're not going to be food, let's just tell them to stop. I mean, they look nice there and they're fine. That's great, but we need to find some other people that'll be available, because we're going to need to get them in for fishing and scavenging. And we got full gatherers. Glassmaker. Yeah. The chandlery, yeah. We don't need anyone there. don't need any candles at the moment. Houses. That's the pottery shop. The gem cutters is already off. The statue carver is off. No one working there. Melting house. Don't have anyone working there either. We have homeware. It's just no one. We do have that. There's the glasswork person. We can get rid of them. We do have a home supplier and the building, but we can take one of those off and then take that one off too. So these are for just sand and glass, sand and clay, I believe. So we can get rid of that one. We do need to have all of our blacksmiths because we're out of tools. Shore house. Actually, this is the kind I think that can get food. Okay, and they can do reeds. Yeah, that's fun for later. But I guess it's interesting. It's nice to have that. So we'll change that back later, at a different time. We're gonna have one person working there. We don't need too much. And I don't think we have people there. There's storage. We need the forge so we can get iron. There's one clay pit person. And they can get taken out of there too. And we got one of our wooden docks done. Okay, so we got a little bit more people to work with. We got the school made the last time, but we need the people, the students, to have their education. And this is almost done, just needs to be built over there. And let me see if we can get some of these things paused. I don't know if there's any other places around here. That's the workshop, that's the stairs. I'm not sure if there's an interlocking piece somewhere. I didn't know some of these already had gotten built, which unfortunately took up the builder's time, so I shouldn't have had that happen. So that might be good for now. And we got 8 herbs. Oh, fine. Okay. Something better than nothing? I don't know. Just a tiny little bit. Just get rid of them. Because I don't think we're going to get much in there otherwise. Okay. So I think if we can get them to harvest here, which looks like we need a few more farmers. Don't have many people, but we still need to have the farmers. At least they can gather the stuff and it can be picked up and all that. Alright, we've got one person doing herbs, which we have enough for, as long as we, I guess, don't use herbs with any more selling stuff, we should be okay. Even though we have herbs at both the traders, we should have enough stuff of other things. I don't know, they're not doing so good. I'm just going to leave one person in, because then that other person can at least do some other kind of gathering or something. I'll stick them in for the fish. Alright, I don't think some of them planted. Well, we could take this down again and see what they do about that. Cull the herd there. And that's the other one that they haven't really done anything with. And that's an empty pasture, so I don't really have anything to move into it, so it's a small one. It's not going to produce much. But our food is still really close until we get that harvest in. It's going to be pretty low here until the population just kind of rebalances itself. So let's get in and finish building our stuff. Alright, so with our citizens up to 200, we're still homes and family ratios kind of bleh. Clothing's down. We almost have a tailor's house done here, which I was surprised we didn't even have a tailor. And I've been keeping an eye on this water pump. It's supposed to do water and it's supposed to be food. Food's finally catching up a little bit, and it might be getting to an okay situation. I think as long as I keep expanding and, you know, get a little buffer with collecting stuff. Got 4 laborers to help with that kind of thing at the moment. We might be able to have enough. The tools have gotten better, which has helped. Alright. And unfortunately, that was going to... Really nice looking building, but not useful for us right now. Got our 3 water scavengers done. That one just got done, actually. And not much. Or we get maybe actually a person that died in that. Okay. Those are the ones that just got done. Okay, so you can... Oh, we're going to need a little bit of dock storage here. Otherwise, they're going to be going really far away to try to put all this food somewhere and make it a lot longer travel. So, I don't know where they live yet, but at least make a little bit of a commute going a little better. Alright, got this almost done with your help. Oh, we got water. So it's, I guess, worthwhile enough. We'll see how that goes there too. But a little more is always good. So this is almost done. If we can get a couple builders. We're slowly getting a few laborers in, which is helping. Alright, so we should have like tons of leather. And that should raise our health. I think our health, not our happiness, but at least that should make everything slightly better. And maybe they won't get sick and all that stuff too. So yeah, 2,000 so leather. I have a little bit of wool saved up, but not much. And then now on our list, we got 1 tailor. So I might have to put another one of these in at some point, but for right now, we'll have this person working in overtime. They have plenty of stuff. I think this teeny workshop was doing hide coats before, and that's what was our tailor, and then just we had to switch it over to tools at some point, and never remember to switch it back. But yeah, I think this is slowly coming back. If we can get a hold of getting a little bit more people, get our food kind of a little bit more of a surplus, we'll be okay. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.